Melissa knows a lot of them.
Come on, we need to help the kids. Think about the children.
Sam, Sammy, stand over here.
Okay.
Come on up.
Roman.
Come on up.
Roman, let's go.
Come on up, Melissa. Grandpa will help you.
Let's get both of you. Come on. We gotta teach the kids.
Stand in the front. Stand in the front, buddy. Good.
Okay, make sure he doesn't fall, Regan.
I thought you were gonna say.
Now,
You're okay.
we've all enjoyed watermelons. And many people eat them with a fork or a knife or whatever. But the real true way to eat them is take this slice. You start at one end and you slurp your way through to the other end. And of course, in the process, you're going to get what? Seeds. Okay, so you get rid of them. We go. Okay, so the way the cheer goes is slurp, 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 slurp. Okay? All right, here we go. Here we go. Slurp, 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 slurp. Okay.
Kathy? Paul, you said it was Kathy?
Karen.
Karen, I apologize. Karen?
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really one for speaking in front of people either, but I'll just tell you a little bit about my family because we're all connected somewhere, and Paul did figure out where. But I'm originally from Dubuque, Iowa. I've been coming to these since the one in Rocky Mountain. I got a hold of Paul, and we touched base, and I started coming, and I've come every time I can since. My grandfather was Nicholas Steichen. He had one brother, and he unfortunately drowned in the Mississippi trying to swim across it. Then my dad had 9 brothers and sisters, none of which I really got to any of them to come to these, but my parents and my brother have come. So I've got 2 brothers and 1 sister. My sister's getting married next month in Chicago, finally after all these years. I really didn't have anything prepared to say, but just some of the things we did as kids that were so much fun. And fishing must run in the Steicamp family because my dad is the biggest fisherman, and then my daughter gets up to tell a story and it's about fishing. You know, and she just loves fishing with her grandpa Steicamp. He knows all the hot spots. We should have had him with us today because we only caught 1 fish. But one of my uncles, we always used to go on camping trips with them. We always went up to northern Wisconsin, and we always sang campfire songs and roasted marshmallows and played in the lake all day and just all kinds of fun things like we do here. So I don't know what else to say, but that's kind of us. That's where we came from. And
What are your parents' names, and what is your camp name?
my name's Kiowa Karen, and then my dad is Rainmaker Ray from Livingston when it kept raining and raining and raining and raining. Then my mom is Pawnee Pat. So, and my brother was, he's Pioneer Paul. I have a sister-in-law, Band-Aid Big, and us. So that's kind of our little synopsis of our family. Yeah.
Did you ever know an Aunt Rose down in Dubuque? Or hear any stories of her?
Was she related to a dentist?
That I can't tell you.
I'm not sure. But there are some Steichens buried in a cemetery south of Dubuque that are related to Charlie, Crazy Horse Charlie somehow. We've been down there to see those grave sites.
figured if you can get up, then I can. And a few others get up. And everybody always likes to admit, well, I'm not used to talking in front of people. Well, I'm not either, but I try. Back when I was a kid, the word was respect. Respect. And an old guy told me, and I don't remember who it was or how old he was, he says, go with a girl for 13 months. So you get to know her. Okay, I'll do that. So on May 31st, 1964, is when I met Mary. And so we dated. I was pretty disappointed when I went back the second time, but you know how love is blind. The second time she come to the door and I see she had red hair. Oh my gosh. And I had red hair back then, and those days I wasn't gray, I was red. And here we had two redheads that were actually going together. And oh my gosh. But anyway, we did wait over a year. We waited over 13 months. 13 months and a week or two. Met on May 31st and got married on July 10th. That was just 2 days ago or something, our anniversary. Anyway, see, all that clapping got me all going. Oh yeah, when you get married, you know, they sometimes say you just don't marry that one person, lady or guy. You marry the family. And holy cow, I didn't expect to marry this big of a family. And it's been going, our first Steicamp experience was in 1975. Because we heard a lot of people went on in 73, and for some reason that year we weren't able to go, and I don't think we even had a camper at that time. So, but by 75 we had a camper and we had a little truck, and away we went. In Steele County, no matter who we talk to, we tell, well, this summer we're going to Steicamp. Everybody that we know in Steele County knows about Steicamp because it's been going on forever and ever. And most people really envy us because you have a group to get together with. A lot of families, even close families, they just don't hardly ever, go out and to do this together or that together. But this is one thing our kids enjoy. And now, like our oldest boy here but he was here this year with his kids, and I'm sure that happens all the time because it just keeps on going because the kids enjoy it. And this is the first year that there's a couple of our family, the Steichens, weren't able to come. Yeah, I'm sure in 2 years that'll be somebody else. Maybe me. But who knows? But it's always a lot of fun. It's always the thing that you plan for and to get ready for. And don't forget this and don't forget that and all that stuff. So anyway, it's always very, very good. Who's next?
Those of you who know me from the auction, I'm a very loud speaker. I just want to touch on something that a couple of people have also touched on, but I think it's important to note. What we have here is very unique. I cannot think of another family in any other relationship that I have, friendship or family, that does this type of an ordeal, of an event on a bi-yearly basis. This is something that helps the generations breach the gap. It helps children to get to know that there are other family members that they can get to know and love. I have cousins that live less than 45 minutes away. I may see them once every 5 years. This is an opportunity to make sure that everybody gets a chance to see the family. There's a sense of pride here. There's a sense of belonging. There is so much, not only fun, not only alcohol, not only horseshoes and hand grenades and camping, but I'm touching on the same thing several other people have said, which is that they think we're crazy for getting together with our families, and in this case, my married family, for a week. And they're like, what do you do? I've had this conversation with my stepdad's side of the family, who has specifically asked me to set up this type of event for them. I have to say, in all honesty, I have been very selfish, not willing to share. I like this too much. I don't want this to go anywhere else. I think it's important for everybody to understand that just because one figurehead is retiring, that does not mean that the tradition cannot be carried on in the next person's general, what's the word I'm looking for, in their way of doing things. And the jobs that are done by the previous people who did them don't have to be given in whole to the next person. They can be divided up, they can be done in small chunks so that a lot of people can contribute in a small way. In this regard, I want you to know that my children and I, and this is me speaking personally, are very, very proud to have the name of Steichen, even if some of us have married out of it. But very, very proud to have the name Steichen, and I know that I carry this name with much more pride than I carried my maiden name, and I will continue to do so. We're getting ready to open up the town meeting. I want you all to remember that you don't have to shoulder the whole load in the event that you do decide that you would like to propose a place to go. Keep in mind that work by committee still works, or work by family still works, but let's keep this going. It is too unique and it is too special to lose what we have now. We need to share this with many generations to come.